Wife said she really wanted to be in the video, so here she is, and she is still taking over the garage with all of her plants. A couple of you guys were like, dude, why is she taking over your garage? Didn't you just build her a greenhouse last year? Which I did build a greenhouse last year, but we built another one this year, and that's this one. So we did this just as like a temporary unit, and we took some little clips right there, and we got some zip ties and a big old tarp and some bent PVC pipe, and we got a whole bunch of plants. So this is what we're doing here, and these are all like veggies and food and all kinds of stuff that we're doing. Here's the first greenhouse. It's an 8 by 10. It's a little messy right now because we're getting everything set up, but she's got some more plants all set up here, and a lot of this stuff we sell, so we're gonna sell this stuff in a couple weeks. So that's why she's taking over the garage. Guys, I know I said like in the last 3 videos that I'm waiting on parts for this thing, but they still didn't come yet. I am like, yeah, kind of irritated. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. So they're like over a week late. I've been expecting them to come every day and they just don't show up. So today we're going to be working on some other stuff. I'm going to be doing some valve covers. I have some aluminum 10AN bungs that I'm going to be welding on here. Drill a hole there, weld the thing on, pull that thing out, do some stuff here, weld that thing on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this mount off, and then I'm going to use a flap disc and I'm going to flatten it, and I'm going to try this. This might be my personal set of valve covers that I'm going to try out. I want to try doing it this way so it's a little bit easier to weld into this section. This thing can get in the way a little bit, so I'm going to try that and we'll see how it goes. I did get some VHT Wrinkle Plus. We're going to try that. I did a gloss black set before, and I was happy with the gloss black from like 12 feet, but if you got up really close, you could see some little imperfections and stuff that's from the aluminum. So I'm going to try to do a little bit better job sanding and cleaning these up a little bit, and I'm going to do a little bit of a wrinkle to hide the imperfections. Let's do that. Here's like an example of some of the imperfections here. These little pieces standing up. You can see I started to sand one off right there. So I'm going to try to clean that up a little bit better. As you can tell, like if this is sticking up, and that's just how it's cast. It's aluminum chunks. However it's made, it's better if you sand it a little bit. So I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a brief sand and then use wrinkle paint. The gloss looked really cool, but you can imagine these pieces sticking up kind of look like crap. Alright, so I got this thing cut off. I'm going to hit it with the flap wheel, smooth it out, and I'm going to have to weld that hole a little bit, and then I'll smooth that back out. And I'll come back and pull the little nipple out of there. Okay, so this valve cover is done. Got it all cleaned up. Got the little nipple pulled out. I'll weld that shut. Smooth it off. I did drill a hole in the back side of this one. This is the passenger side with the oil filler neck here. Just drilled a hole, but I made sure that I didn't go through a little tray on the inside of it. Didn't want to drill through that. Try to get as many metal shavings out as possible. And should be good. So I'm going to come back after I weld that up, and I'm going to start to tack these things on and get them welded. Alright, so these things are all done, ready to be painted. I did mask off the bung on both of them, and they're pretty much ready to go. I did pull out all of the bolts with the gaskets. I do have a fresh set of seals in there somewhere in the garage. So yeah, I'm going to throw these down on some cardboard and get them painted. Alright, so just throwing a couple layers of the VHT on there. Don't mind the Nada hostages inside, guys. They're a little crazy. It's almost bedtime. So they're wild. They're playing WWE right now in the living room. Yeah. All right. I've never used this paint before, this wrinkle paint. I don't know if you're supposed to like put it on thick or what. Just gonna do the normal jizz jazz. On the bottom side, there's usually like a ridge there. I forgot to show that, but I did go through with the flap disc, and I took that whole little casting ring off of there on the outside of it. Kind of irrelevant, but I did that. Sometimes I feel like doing stuff like that. Alright guys, here they are. All finished up now. You can see that when they're kind of glossy, you still see little imperfections and spots like that. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get away with the wrinkle paint on this. You still see them little dots all over. But I'll show you guys these in a different video, what they look like. It's supposed to take, a couple hours to cure, then it'll start to crinkle, and we'll see how they look.